Greetings, Redlings, and welcome to Red Risks. For those of you who are familiar with the channel, of course, we do things on health, safety, and environment, or HSE. In this episode, I want to talk to you about Nebosh. What is it? Why bother? Is it of any use to you? Let's dive in. A little bit about Nebosh to get us going. It's a leading global organization, and Nebosh, which is the National Examination Board for Occupational Safety and Health, provides HSE related qualifications. They're really aiming to develop internationally recognized qualifications to help raise an individual's competence related to HSE. Now, Nebosh have over 600 learning partners across the world, and their qualifications are delivered in over 130 countries. Of course, it's widely recognized and respected at an international level. Now, for me to talk to you a little bit more about Nebosh, it's important that I take you to their website. You can see the link on this page here. And as I talk through the details on their website, which I know you can do yourself, it might be a little bit more sort of helpful if I go through some of the specific content on there, and then you can cherry pick as you want. And of course, we're going to finish off a little bit of thoughts about why even bother. Here we are on Nebosh's site, and following that link from earlier, you can see it's a fairly good site, and there's lots of things on the top nav bar button here about guidance, qualifications, and it goes on. Now, apologies in advance if some of the screen is cut off, but I think I want to focus on some of the more important facets of this website. Under About, you can find a little bit more about Nebosh, and if you click into their global organization, it will take you to the site where it'll tell you about their vision, their mission, and various other aspects of it, which I think is quite useful to know. Under Guidance, you can go in there and you can find out about learning with Nebosh, why do it, and also a little bit more about learning partners. What are they all about? And who are they? Can you go to any specific ones? There's a lot to cover here, and it's impossible for me to cover in this short video, but over the course of the coming videos, I'm not only going to dive into Nebosh, but also IOSH sort of courses and give you a full strength flavor of many of the things on there that I possibly can. The main focus that I want to talk to you about is, of course, the qualification side. And if you head over to the qualifications button, click it, it will open up this page. Now, Nebosh have several layers of qualifications, going from awards to certificates to diplomas and to masters. I guess the best way of thinking about it is when you're at the master's level, you're looking at a postgraduate degree type program, and anywhere from awards and certificates, if you're in the UK, you're looking at sort of A-level standards and upwards into diplomas and thereon. There's a lot of stuff on here, a lot of content, and really my first sort of suggestion is if you have a focus for health and safety or environment or all of them, is to cherry pick the award or the qualification, the certificate or the diploma that you want. Be very precise in what you want, and also what are the end objectives? Are you trying to get it in terms of job progression or maybe job movement? Whichever your sort of aim or target is, pick it in that context. Now on this site there are a lot of good things. Let me give you an example. Let's assume that I want to do a certificate, and the most popular ones of these are the National General Certificate in Occupational Health and Safety. There is an international version of this as well, so you can see this is quite popular at a national UK level or at an international level as well. If you click on, for example, the national one in the UK, it will take you to the site, and you can see that there is a lot of information in terms of who is it for, what will I need to do, and all the way through to examinations, what next resources. I think it's a pretty well laid out site, and I think the first thing you have to sort of decide is what course do I want to do. And there you can go into who is it for, individuals and employers, and you can sort of align it to your specific requirements. Now, I've been delivering Nebosh courses for some time, and I've been doing the NGCs, the Incident Investigation, the Environmental one, and a selection of others, as along with IOSH courses. And 90% of the time, the questions I get asked, whether it's a face-to-face type course or a sort of online course, is where can I find the resources? And I always suggest go to the Nebosh site first, because there they will tell you all the things such as what will I need to know and do. And the most sort of critical parts of these are the link for resources. Head over to resources, and there it will tell you about the syllabus, the specification, OBEs, open book examinations. What are they and what do you need to do? And then it goes all the way through to fact sheets, reference sources, etc. Quite often you can also find sample papers for open book examination. Don't worry, this is coming in future videos. All the more reason for subscribing to this channel, and then I can update you with that sort of content. Now, in terms of where to study, of course, you can do these courses online, or you can go to a learning partner. Finding a learning partner is pretty straightforward. If you click on the learning partners sort of link here, it will take you to another portion of the site where you can literally put in your postcode or your geographical sort of locations, and then it will find you one. For example, if you're looking for a qualification, let's say, for example, in the certificate in process safety management, and then you can pick the country that you want, and away you go. It'll give you a whole host of them. Check out their websites, because what happens, for example, if I do the United Kingdom and I do the search here, let me go there and search. Once it does its magic, you can see it comes up with a list of providers. Be mindful that there are gold learning, bronze learning, and silver learning partners. Of course, being biased, go for the gold learning partners like Astutis or Phoenix or Cambridge Safety, and you can then click on their site and find out more details. So that was a little bit about the Nebosh website. I think you'll find it pretty useful to go through there, and you should be able to find what you need. This is just a short video, and in the future videos I'm going to be expanding it out to different courses, and also talk to you a little bit more about the quantity and the type of quality involved, and also supporting sort of tips in terms of doing OBEs and also doing any practical sort of assignments. Nebosh, well, that was about what is it. Why bother? Like me, your career has gone through a specific pathway from leaving university. I was a process safety sort of specialist and I went into it. That's fine. But if you're not in that position, you've just sort of left university, or you're in your early stages of your career and you are wanting to get some specific qualifications in health and safety, maybe you want to specialize in an area, Nebosh you cannot go wrong with, because you can pick a course that you want and it's a recognized qualification, and it will help you in terms of not only getting the mark on the CV, but also putting yourself into a good position for future employers. Is it worth it? I think it's worth it. When I first started doing things with Nebosh about 3 years ago, I found that the courses were not only well described, but I think that Nebosh itself is evolving over time, and people are certainly finding it quite a good qualification to have. Many times when I've delivered the courses online or face-to-face, the delegates are always telling me how they've learned something. Even though they've got 20 or 30 years of experience, it's never too late to do these courses. And it helps them in terms of advancing their career, or advancing the knowledge that they can share with other people in the organization. Hey, don't take my word for it. Check it out. Go and look at the website, look at what other people are saying, and also maybe there are people in your organization who've done the Nebosh and you can get some sort of info back from them. And of course, if all else fails, subscribe to this channel, because for sure I'm going to be providing more and more videos on these different courses, along with interviews with guests from Nebosh or from sort of corporate organizations. And every now and then I'm planning to host a live event where we can start to sort of get together and talk about certifications, qualifications, everything we can on health, safety and environment. Thank you for joining me on this video, and please stay tuned, subscribe, and I'll keep you updated. Thanks.